Howdy Sketchies, it's Megan of Hello North, and today is a birth anniversary. So what is a birth anniversary? Well, last month in July it was the 1-year anniversary here on YouTube for Hello North, and I didn't get to do anything fun because I was in Kenya, and so I put it off until just now. And this weekend it's my birthday, so I thought I'd like smash them together and do something fun. So this video is going to be a little vlog chat type thing where you guys get to learn more about me and me as an artist. I got these questions off of a video by Emma Marie, which I will link down below. She's another YouTuber artist here, and I felt like these questions were a lot better than like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What's in your art bag? I felt like they had a little bit more meat to them. So I'm going to try and answer these questions pretty quickly just because I do have a tendency to ramble and go on rabbit trails and all kinds of stuff. So let's get started. Number 1, how old am I? I will be turning 31. I know I am so old, but not really. Where do I live? I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That is in the heart of New Mexico. And yes, New Mexico is a state in the US. It is not a newer part of Mexico. One really cool fact about Albuquerque, well, you know, like 2 facts, is that Albuquerque was the entire filming set for Breaking Bad, and it was really cool being able to drive around and see them actually like filming. One of my rental houses, they filmed like a couple scenes like right down the street. It was like really cool. And the second thing is that Albuquerque is known for the International Balloon Fiesta, which comes up in October. I'm going to be taking a whole bunch of like video for it. It's going to be stupid cool, and it is absolutely amazing. I'll show some photos of balloons somewhere. When did I start making art? So I started making art when I was 7 or 8. I was in a gifted and talented program in Texas, and every year we would go to the university in Amarillo and go to the art museum, and that is what really sparked my love for art. Did I attend art classes in primary/high school? No, I did not. I did private art classes when I was in elementary, kind of up through middle school, and then I took an art class as a requirement for an elective in middle school, and I loved the teacher. She was really cool and like really laid back, but I hated the fact that it was kind of stifling creatively, and not like trying to actually build a love for art. It was just like completing a checklist of stuff. And when I got into high school, I decided not to, just because it was more of the same thing, and the art teacher at the school that I attended was a hobby artist. Nothing against hobby artists, but they weren't really qualified to teach higher levels of art. Did I go to art school? Yes, kind of. I didn't go to a school like Art Institute or Cal Arts. I went to a university that had a fairly large fine arts department. I didn't complete college just because transfer stupidity, and I didn't feel like just because you have a piece of paper stating that you are an artist, that instantly makes you a better artist. I did really enjoy going to school for art. I got to meet a lot of really cool people. I got to exchange some really cool ideas, and I got to network with a lot of people. But did it really like push me to be a better artist? I can't really say, because I've actually grown more rapidly as a self-taught artist versus being in college. So if you're on the fence about going to university for art, just know that just because you have a piece of paper stating that you are an artist doesn't actually make you like an amazing artist. That piece of paper means very little, except that you went to school and paid lots of money. Do I regularly use a sketchbook? So I am a sketchbookophile. I have tons of sketchbooks. I'm normally carrying around anywhere from 3 to 5 sketchbooks, and that is 100% true. I have little sketchbooks, I have big sketchbooks, I have watercolor sketchbooks, pretty much whatever tickles my fancy at the moment. I'm normally carrying around quite a few of them, which is why I probably have back problems. But I love sketchbooks. I feel it is a very important part of being an artist, regardless of if you like to sketch or if you are an animator. You need to always be working in a sketchbook because that's how the creative process happens. Do I have any pets? I do. I have a Doxador, that is a Dachshund, a weenie dog, lab mix, a Labrador. Don't ask me how it happened because I don't know. She's stupid cute with her little duck feet and her puppy, lab puppy face. Her name is Ruru Long Dog, and she is our like fur baby of the family. She is definitely a person, and we adopted her from the Humane Society, and I can't imagine a world without her, so I do allow her into my creative space. She has a space right behind my desk where she can lay and be comfortable if she wants to be down here, and I normally have treats somewhere on my desk because she's so damn cute. What's my favorite art style? I love anime. I love comic books, so I can't really like state an art style. I like my art style, I guess. It kind of changes depending what is really inspiring me or what I like at the moment. It definitely, if you look at any of my art, it is definitely a huge reflection of comic book art and anime that kind of like together and made something. So, phone call, telemarketers. So what is my inspiration? What inspires me is a lot of things. I feel that as a creative person, whether you're an artist, musician, whatever, your inspirations should be like constantly changing, just because that shows that you're growing as an artist. Definitely I have like some very core inspirations, a lot of pop culture things, definitely anime, definitely comic books. I am a huge video game geek, so I would have to say those four things are very influential on my work. But like right at the moment, definitely what inspires me is a lot of retro video games, and doing a lot of creature slash like lore mythological work. It's getting close to October, so that's what's kind of inspiring me at the moment right now. If I could choose one thing, would I choose still life, landscapes, or portraits? Always portraits. I love drawing people. I feel like there's so much emotion, so much that you can like connect with people drawing people. Plus, I mean, I feel like I'm better at that. I started off doing landscapes when I was younger, and I felt that they were kind of boring, because like nothing can translate, to me at least, the beauty of actually being in that landscape. So when I see landscapes, I'm like, oh, they're really pretty, but it's not going to be comparable to what you actually can see if you're really there. My favorite medium is kind of all over the place. I am one of those artists who I just kind of jump from one thing to another and then I cycle back around. My favorite medium at the moment right now is acrylic paint. I really like the fact that I can get like a watercolor feel to it, all the way up to almost like an oil paint, without a lot of the wait time, and the fact that they're cheap is really great for me. But I do have to say that I like acrylic, watercolor, ink, and markers. I don't do a whole lot of digital like I thought I would, but because I do work, like I actually get paid to do digital work, so I don't like to do it all the time. My least favorite medium is oil paint. I have mad respect for people who can do oil paint. I am not one of those people. I am too impatient, and I don't like how it smells. So oil paint is definitely not my favorite or something that I would waste my money on. Do I listen to music while I create art? Yes, I do. Every once in a while I will listen to music. Music definitely will reflect in your artwork. So if you're listening to something like sad and depressing, it's gonna come out in your artwork. I do watch a lot of YouTube. I just like click something and just let it go through a playlist. I love watching video game Let's Plays. Right now, my guilty pleasure is watching Judge Judy reruns. Oh my gosh, I feel so lame for saying that, but it's just enough drama for me that I can kind of like zone in and out of it and still get a giggle out of some of the stupid stuff that people do. So right now, Judge Judy is my guilty pleasure. What's my favorite part of my creative process? It's definitely doing sketch stuff. I like going out and sketching while I eat dinner out, sketching around the house, like, you know, drawing like my dog, my kids, all kinds of stuff. I really like that just because it feels so, it's rough, it's very freeing. It's just kind of like, it's the infant part of a final piece, and for some odd reason I feel like those look a lot better than some of my like really highly involved work. What's my least favorite part of the creative process? Well, from doing like the research and the sketch work all the way up to sharing it with the world, it's the step right before sharing it with the world. I hate taking photographs of work. I hate having to like, you know, make the desk look nice and make sure the lighting is perfect and like fixing the coloration. I don't like doing that. I know it's a very important part of it because that's how you share it with the world. But to me, I could spend forever setting up a mock photo shoot with my desk just for an Instagram photo. So most of my Instagram photos are just like, click, click, I took a photo. So that's the least favorite part of the entire creative process, is right before I share it with the world. Am I more likely to plan out my artwork or jump right in? I am definitely a jump right in there person. I work very quickly from concept to final piece. I mean, within just a few hours, I'm working on the final piece, just because I feel like if you're constantly like pushing through it, yes, for some people it gets, you can really get like more depth and more detail into it. I'm one of those people that you picture it in your head and you put it on paper. Like there's not a whole lot of like drawing tons of thumbnails, making sure your colors are picked correctly. I'm one of those people like get it all in your head and then put it on paper. I feel that's how I work fairly quickly, and I can pump out more stuff very easily. How many hours a week do I spend on my artwork? So I am a mom. I have 2 kids, a 10-year-old and a destructive 2-year-old. So I don't get a whole lot of time to do art until they have both been knocked out and put in their beds. So I normally only get to spend, this is so embarrassing, 10 to 15 hours a week on my artwork. I really want to get to the point to where I'm spending like 20 hours a week, because oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. But between doing work, like work that I actually get paid for, YouTube, my other gig that I just started, and then doing art just for me, I don't get to spend a whole lot. I have to like shove it into my day. It's just not a whole lot of time. Am I obsessed with art supplies? Yes, I have. I go to the store, and like the Michaels down the store, they know me by name. They go, hey, you're that one person, or hi Megan, how's it going? And so I have a tendency to buy tons of stuff. If I look at it and I think it looks cool and I need to have it, I will have it in my basket. That's why I really like art subscription boxes, just because they kind of take that out of the equation for me. They just like, here's some stuff you need to try, and I go, ooh, stuff. So I do have a lot of art supplies that I don't use anymore, or that I bought once and I didn't like them just because I had to buy it. Do you think that somebody can be naturally talented at art? Yes, I feel like everybody has some form of natural talent. Here's a quick little story. My dad had never drawn really anything before. When I was younger, he injured his back and he had to have surgery, and he couldn't go to work for like 6 or 7 weeks, and he was bored out of his mind because he couldn't do any work, because he's like a workaholic almost. So he went down to the store, bought a huge pad of paper and a set of graphite pencils, and just started drawing. He had never taken a class, never really done anything like that. He's very math engineering type person. And he just out of nowhere started doing hyper realistic portraits and recreations of old photos. His stuff was absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. It was something that really inspired me as an artist, and he only did a few before he went back to work, and then he just stopped, and he just kind of didn't really nurture that talent. So people can be naturally talented at all kinds of things, whether that's sports or engineering or math, English, writing, I mean, all kinds of things. But just so you know, natural talent only takes you half the way. The rest of the way you have to actually work at it. So if you are interested in art and you don't feel you have the natural talent or the knack for it, don't despair. You just work a little bit harder, and then you get to the same level as that natural talent person, and then you just surpass them. So hard work is half the equation. Natural talent just gets you go into the game a little higher level. Why do I make art? I make art because I want to enjoy my job. I would continually make art even if I wasn't getting paid a penny for it, versus going to work for a major corporation where nobody knew who I was and I sat in a cubicle but made millions of dollars. I wouldn't like that, because my life would be kind of miserable. I feel that art for me is a creative outlet and a way that I connect with people with my ideas, and my emotions is how I connect with people. Plus, it's so cool to be able to connect with people at comic book conventions over loves of characters. So that's why I make art, is because it makes me happy and it makes me feel like I'm connecting with other people and I'm having an impact on other people. So that was 20 questions about me that I felt like you needed to know. All of these questions were got from another YouTube artist named Emma Marie. I'm gonna link down to her original video down below. I really liked them. Meatier questions than just what's in your bag or what's your favorite color. So definitely go check her out. And if there's any questions that I didn't answer that you feel like I really need to answer, just drop them down in the comment section down below, and I will put together a Q&A when I feel like I have enough questions. So until next time, you guys, keep on sketching.